Tanshe, mes amis, Pitakwe, welcome to Circle Time with Ayishiinoo Faamii. Kate Dishinikashon. My name is Kate. I want to start in a good way and say that we are very thankful that the Esquimalt, Songhees, Beecher Bay, and Sooke Nations share their beautiful traditional lands with us here at Island Métis. Let's take 3 big breaths to make sure we're ready. Deep, slow breaths help our body and our mind feel calm. 1, 2, 3. We're going to start with our hello song. In Métis, we say Taje when we want to say hello. And when we want to say, how are you? We say Tanshe kia. And when we want to say, how are you doing today? We say Tanshe kia anush. And that is our hello song. Are you ready? See if you can sing it with me. Tanshe, Tanshe kia, Tanshe, Tanshe kia, Tanshe, Tanshe kia, Tanshe kia nush. Tanshe, everyone! I'm very glad that you're here today. Can you believe it? We're going to try baking live from my office today. This is not a kitchen. All right, 2 weeks ago, I read this book, which told us about the Métis Christmas tradition of making mittens to share. And last week, we made a Métis Christmas mitten craft. I'll show you mine. This is how my mitten turned out. It's got a flower beadwork with pom-poms, and it's got a shiny heart on the thumb. It's got a cord to connect to my other mitten, and it's got ribbons, and it has fringe. Look at that. But you know what? I actually have pictures from my friends' crafts that I want to share with you. That's not the right picture, but that's okay. We'll talk about that one in a minute. Pretty good, hey? There's one of my friend's mittens. Look at those pom-poms and feathers and a fringe. So beautiful. And this one, more pom-poms, more fringe. Oh, the colors are so nice. That's really special. Going back to that other picture, got some pictures of our baking that our friends have done already. And didn't we get a surprise? Our recipe didn't make gingerbread cookies, it made traditional gingerbread cake. And it sure does look delicious. There's one picture, and I think, which way does it go? I can show you. Oh, there's another picture. Doesn't that look good? It looks good to me. I'm just gonna see if I can zoom in on the cake. Yum, delicious. I was so happy to receive these pictures last week. What a treat it is. Thank you so much for sending your pictures in. And I hope that you'll get to send some pictures of your gingerbread cookies too. We'll have a look at those another time. Right now, we have some business to do. Last week, while we were making our craft, we thought about the person we were making it for. This week, we can think about the special people who will get to share the cookies we're about to make. Close your eyes and think of some special people that you would like to share these gingerbread cookies with. Did you think of some people? Say their names. I'm so excited. Open your eyes. Now that we know who we're making these cookies for, we can fill them with love. So let's get going. So here is our bowl. Now we're going to need something to mix up with. That's my whisk. I call that a whisk. And I wanted to make sure our hands are clean. Did you wash your hands? Well, I just washed my hands, but I'm also going to wear gloves just so that my hands don't get sticky while I'm making our cookie dough, because we've got some very sticky ingredients. I've got my recipe right here, classic gingerbread cookie recipe. All right, first it calls for half a cup of butter. I happen to have exactly the right amount of butter in my kitchen today. 1/2 of a cup. Make sure we get all the butter we need. 1/2 cup of butter, and then 1/2 cup of white sugar. I measured out 1/2 cup of white sugar already because it's hard to measure things out like this when you're not in a kitchen. All of the ingredients. So I made sure that was ready to come with me. Now we're going to mix it up. Oh, it might take a bit, especially because this whisk is not made for this. That's okay. We will use the spatula. I learn so much when I'm baking. Sometimes we have the right tools and sometimes we don't. My spatula will work. It just might take a little bit longer. And my whisk might work in a little while when it's mixed together better. So the butter won't stick all to itself. With my spatula, I'm going to stick this butter full of sugar. Oh, doesn't that look better? It's not quite light and fluffy yet, but it's all mixed together. Did you know that our cookie batter needs to rest in the fridge for 2 hours after we make it? That's why I'm doing it this way. I'm just showing you how I mix up the cookie batter. And then I actually have a video of me cutting out the cookie shapes. Add the butter and sugar and beat until it's light and fluffy. And then add egg. 1 egg. I'm going to need a place to put my egg shell, because I don't put it in the garbage now, do I? I put it in the compost or the garburator. I have a garburator. I'm just going to stir this up real quick so that the egg is all beaten up. There we go. And then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. Molasses. How much molasses do we need? We need 1/2 cup of molasses. Here is my 1/2 cup measure. How much vinegar do we need? We need 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Here's my tablespoon measuring spoon. White vinegar. Beat to combine well. You know what? This is where I'm going to use my spatula for a bit. But when all the lumps are pretty much gone, I'm going to use my whisk. There we go. It's very wet. All the same color. No lumps or bumps. There we have it. Gingerbread cookie batter. Now it says add the flour, baking soda, salt, ginger, cinnamon, and cloves. We need 2.5 cups of flour. Here's my container of flour. I brought from home. I made sure I had extra flour just in case. Sometimes our batter can be a little bit different depending on the moisture in the air. Two and a half cups of flour. We need 1/4 teaspoon. See, I shook off the extra bit off the top so it's nice and flat. Then we need 1 whole teaspoon for our gingerbread cookies. We need ginger, ground ginger. Stick it in, and then I just use my thumb on the top to make it nice and flat when it comes out. We need 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So 1/2 teaspoon. Shake it off, and ta-da! 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. It goes right in. And then last, and not least, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. And then I just see inside, stick my spoon in, use the container to make it flat while I pull it out so I don't make a mess. Not too much mess. I got a little bit of mess, but that's how it works when I'm baking. Some people can manage to be a lot tidier, but I'm having fun. And now it's time to mix it all together. And when we're done mixing it together, we're going to have a ball of lovely brown gingerbread dough. I'm going to use my hands now. Really get into it. And make sure it gets out of this whisk. We need this dough in the bowl, not on the whisk. It can be on the spatula because it will just come off the spatula really easily. But not on the whisk. The whisk was probably one of the worst ideas I've had this morning, but that's okay. Keep learning, that's what I always think. I'm never wrong, I'm just learning. Now I'll use the spatula for a bit. There's a bunch there on the bottom. That's why I have to flip it over and see what's underneath. I don't see any flour on the bottom now. So I will really get my hands in here and mix a bit with my hands. Look at that. I'll just grab a little bit off here. It's like Play-Doh now, but it's real cookie dough now. Look at that. We did it. We made gingerbread cookie dough. But yeah, it's very soft. So to make it more firm, we're going to stick it in. You can use saran wrap and put it in the plastic bag. And then I'm going to put it in the fridge. We did it! We mixed up our cookie dough. Congratulations. Let's tidy up a little bit. Cookie dough goes in the fridge. Measuring cup. I will put, this is what I usually do when I'm done baking. I put all my tools in my bowl. And that's the easy way to get them to the dishwasher or the sink. So, did you put your gingerbread batter in the fridge? I hope you enjoy my little video of rolling out the dough and cutting out the cookies. I really had fun making that video, and it was a new experience for me. You're still thinking about those special people in your life that you're going to make these, decorate your cookies for? I have gingerbread cookies straight out of my oven yesterday. I, funnily enough, do not have a Mitten cookie cutter, but I have a gingerbread man cookie cutter. And I have a stocking cookie cutter. And I got to use my bison cookie cutter like you saw in the video. That's what that bison looks like at the end of baking. And then my tiny bison. Tiny bison cookies. I carved a Métis Christmas mitten out of the gingerbread dough. So we'll start with my mitten. Let's see. Okay. So I have some sprinkles to help me decorate. There's tiny little chickens and piggies and fish and just regular sprinkles in there. I have some Smarties to help me decorate. And I have some mini chocolate chips. And I have food coloring in case I want to change the color of my icing. I am going to put some of my icing into a smaller bag so that I can have definitely white icing, but we'll see if I want to make some more icing. Okay, I made a really big hole in that, so I'm just going to squeeze my icing out of the big bag. And I only did it with these plastic bags because I don't have regular icing decorating tools. And I'm working in my office. Baking in the office. That's so funny. There we go. So, I don't know if you can see that very well. Squeeze the icing out of one bag and onto another bag. Squeeze it in. And I think that'll be enough for our Métis Christmas mitten cookie. Let's carefully put that down over there. And then we're going to, oh, this one's closer to the corner. Squeeze this icing down to the corner. Okay, Christmas mittens. Let's think about some flower beadwork I'm going to put on there. Okay, I want to make a teeny tiny hole here because it comes out pretty easily. Okay, see if I can make a flower with this icing. Ooh, come on, settle down. There we go. 1, 2, 3 petals, and I'm gonna do a stem with something called mouse tracks. It looks like little mousy feet walking on there. Oh boy, it's starting to look less like a flower. I'm gonna do pop a Smartie in the middle. I'm going to use a red Smartie for Christmas. In the middle. And then I'm going to put some sprinkles around there, like little beads. And some more sprinkles. Maybe I should do some more icing. That's what I'm going to do. More icing, please. And a bit like this. It's working a little bit better now. Then I'm going to put a green Smartie down here, because that's Christmassy too. And then I'm going to put some icing down here. Doesn't have to be fancy. It can be really simple. Oh, I forgot. I need to make one little heart on the thumb. I hope that shape stays like that. It's pretty cute. I'm going to use my mini chocolate chips to make my mouse tracks. Along. And that's a traditional part of Métis flower beadwork is mouse tracks. That'll be a good teaching for us to learn sometime. But it's not coming to me off the top of my head. I'll put those in there. And I was going to use these brown Smarties. Can you guess what I'm going to use these brown Smarties for? For fur. We got some beaver fur on the cuff of our mitten. Look at that. We made a Métis Christmas mitten. Of course, that should be a red heart, but I think that we have spent a lot of time doing all of this, and it's been a lot of fun, and I hope you've learned a lot. I have learned a lot. I hope that when my cookie's done cooling, I'm going to put it in the fridge to make sure it's nice and cool. I know that the person that I made this cookie for is going to love it. I'm really excited about it, and I hope they will be too. Congratulations! We have made Métis Christmas Mitten gingerbread cookies. Next Tuesday at 10 a.m. you can join me right here with a very special guest for our Christmas Métis Mo the Mouse. And yeah, we're gonna have a very special visitor, but guess what? It's not Santa Claus. Who's going to come? I wonder who. Well, we'll have to wait and find out. Yeah, we're gonna have a little visit, and we're gonna sing some more Christmas songs. And then that's gonna be our last video of this year. A new year is starting in a couple of weeks. The year will be 2021. This has been a very special thing that's happened in our lives, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity. I never thought that we'd be making videos, but here we are, and it's fun, and I hope you're having fun. And wow, some great big things are going to happen next year in 2021, and I want you to be a part of it. So if you live in or around Victoria, BC, you can sign up to receive Métis interactive kits by sending an email to us at kate@metis.ca. That's KATE@METIS.ca. And you can send me an email and let us know, how old are you? What's your name anyway? And where can we deliver interactive kits so that you can join us in activities like making crafts and baking gingerbread cake or cookies. But in the new year, we'll have some different activities. Okay, my friends, that's all the time we have for today. It's been so much fun baking in my office with you. Can you believe it? Well, all right, let's sing our goodbye song. Will you join me? The more we get together, oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. So the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Thank you so much for getting together with me on our video. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.